I had Reese Palmer on the very first episode.
I love her.
I do too.
She's the best.
She's one of my favorite humans.
Truly.
And we talked about how when she was growing up, she heard herself in Patsy Cline and Trisha Yearwood and the Judds, but she did not see herself in those music videos or performances or whatever. And now there are actually fewer women in general representing the genre than there were when any of us were growing up. So how did you imagine yourself pursuing country music? Or was it just like, I heard this music, I like this music, I want to sing this music?
It was really that. I was a very, I want to say all of us songwriters were probably just like very dramatic. I just remember, I grew up with Shania Twain and the Dixie Chicks and Martina McBride and Faith Hill and all these powerful powerhouse females. And when I was 14, 15 years old when Taylor Swift came out. And
perfect timing.
I mean, girl, I was dumped when, like, the week of my birthday, my 15th birthday, saw her in concert, literally my birthday weekend, watching her sing 15 as a 15-year-old. Please, like, just try to imagine how dramatic that must have been.
Yeah, I can.
Yeah. And so just having someone like a Taylor that I grew up with just teaching me how to songwrite and just writing these honest, raw songs. And I feel like from a very young age, I knew exactly what I wanted to do. And I just never looked back. Even, and being back in California too, people were like, you do country? And I'm like, yeah. And? Yeah, I mean, I love all genres of music. I love pop music. I love Latin music. I listen to, all of it all the time. I probably listen to more pop music than country when I'm really just like working out or hanging out. Because sometimes you just need to decompress. And
sometimes those pop beats are so much more energetic than a lot of, like, there's some great country. I don't know. My favorite country music is more ballady.
Totally.
And I can't work out to that. I
need to be like at a, level 10. That's what I need.
Like, I need Bruno Mars if I'm going to be working out, and I need...
I'm a Bad Bunny girl when I'm working out.
Yes.
Like, that is it.
Yeah.
And so, but I've always loved pop music and all of that, but as an artist, I just always knew that country was what I wanted to do. I wanted to be playing with my guitar and playing with my live band and writing songs that just were kind of storytelling.
Well, speaking of Reese Palmer, you were part of her Color Me Country class of 2025, which we love to see women uplifting other women.
She, like I said, Reese is one of those people that just loves to hold the door open for others. And she obviously has a million crazy accomplishments under her belt and her own artist projects, songwriter projects, and I don't know how she juggles it all. She's a powerhouse.
Yeah, she really is. And being a mom.
I know, that too. I'm like, wow.
You're also in the song Suffragettes. And you mentioned you co-founded the Country Latin Association with Angie Kay, who I have to get on this show.
She's amazing.
I love her so much, and I've never gotten to meet her yet.
I'll tell her.
Please do.
I will.
But you are really out here you're not just participating, you're not just doing the thing for yourself, you are actively being one of those people creating space for diversity in country music.
Thank you.
Do you consider yourself a pioneer or a trailblazer?
I feel like when people say that, I'm like, I don't know how I feel about those terms. It just makes me feel like I've been doing this for like 30 years, which I have not.
Yeah.
So
but that pioneering, that trailblazing starts somewhere.
Yeah. It is pretty cool to think about, but I don't think about it that way. I'm one of those people that just like literally loves to connect with others and take everybody up with me and make a change. I mean, anyone who knows me is I'm very vocal about what's on my mind, and I don't get threatened when somebody is like, oh, well, if you do that, then da-da-da-da-da. I'm like, okay, well.
Chips fall where they may.
Exactly.
What have you learned from your work in the Country Latin Association that you wish record labels and radio programmers and playlisters understood?
That there's just a need for this, we are all of these artists that, that have been on our radar in the last year or two with the Country Latin Association, like they're doing the thing. They're selling out big shows, and even if it's like Monterrey, Mexico. I was talking to a great artist. His name is Dan Rosales. He's down in Monterrey, Mexico, and they truly have like that Zach Top energy. It's just in Spanish. You know what I mean? And so just to know that country music is being played in other parts of the world, like when we literally take ourselves out of the United States, it's just so awesome to see. And, we're trying to really just make change in numbers. We're talking about the way that you see only certain people on ballots when it comes to award season, all of that. We really want to be, big picture would be us being a voting block and being able to kind of throw together what the labels do before award season and being like, these are who we really believe in for this category, this. Because if we all come together and vote, and it just becomes a numbers game. And at that point, if we had like 40, 50 CMA members, ACM members kind of come under Country Latin Association, what is the difference from like us and an indie label at that point?
Right.
If we have that voting power. So we're trying to just to strategically be able to make a change and kind of just knock on those doors and, for our people and for ourselves and our community. And it's just been really, really exciting to see what, ideas just keep coming about.
And I don't think most fans understand really how an artist ends up on those ballots for the CMAs and the ACMs.
I was trying to explain this to somebody. I'm like, it's kind of like, giving you like a government 101. It's like the electoral college, like a record label has so many votes, and this little teeny label just doesn't have the, it's a money thing and a
for sure
numbers thing. And so,
which is why you don't see your favorite independent artist ever on those ballots.
Exactly. But that's why we're like, we have to play the game. We're trying to just play the game with everybody else. And I think that's how we're going to truly make a difference. And we've been so lucky to have great support from our friends over at CMA and other organizations like Origins Music Group and just kind of all these other people that have that same type of vision. And we're all like, we have to just work smarter.